Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Total Picture. Today we're going to the greenhouse, so let's get started. So this week we had the grand opening of the TSP greenhouse at Tipton High School. And so today we're going to show you the opening ceremony and some photos from the ribbon cutting. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll go ahead and just say, if you do, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you want more content from us, you can go find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And if you want even more content from us, you can go subscribe to our monthly Total Focus newsletter. Now, we'll get right into it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
We are certainly happy that we have a facility like this, and certainly appreciative of all the people who put in the hard work and donated the money and made it happen. But again, it's like we talked about before. It's just kind of the way that Tipton is. You put it out there, people will figure out a way to make it happen, and this is exactly what happened with this facility, and we're certainly appreciative. So I'm going to turn things over here to our ag teachers, and they're just going to talk a little bit about the greenhouse and how it's impacting education here at Tipton.
Well, hi everyone. We just wanted to start off by welcoming you all here and thanking you for coming to our ribbon cutting ceremony. We've now had the greenhouse for a couple of months, and it's been an awesome experience to have students out there and getting their hands in the soil, with the fish, all the things, and seeing that working in action. So thanks for coming. I'm Jessica Nichols. I was Mars, so I'll turn it over to my other teachers to introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, I'm Stacy Hartley. I'm the other ag teacher here at the high school. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you. You will never know how much of an impact you have made on the lives of these students. The students that have the opportunities that come in and get to work in the greenhouse, in the setting, problem solving, figuring out these real life situations, and then realizing, I think I want to do that for my career. So thank you for helping those kids along that path. The thought that this started with the crew that just graduated and the visions that they had, and thinking about what can we do with plants, how can we learn, how can we have this environment for our students to learn, not just within the ag department, but across the school building. It's just awesome to see the possibilities that there are, and we just want to thank you for seeing what the possibilities can be and will be in the future.
My name is Emily Kilmer. I am the middle school agriculture teacher, and I think that the greenhouse brings a really cool perspective for the middle school students, because a lot of them have never been able to be to a greenhouse like this before, much less go inside of one and see the different facilities that are available. We have the opportunity for them to come and check out all the different systems that are in the greenhouse, and for most of them, they don't think about how does the greenhouse get watered and how do these plants actually get here to begin with. So it's a really neat opportunity to start those middle school students off with the grow towers that we have at the middle school, and then get them going all the way up to this kind of skilled level. Just going from those basic skills to getting to this point is really awesome and neat to see, and a great opportunity for those students. So we're very grateful. And at this time, we'd like to turn it back over to Total Seeds to have some words.
Hi everyone. For those that don't know me, I'm Aaron Conaway, President of Tulsa Production. A couple things I just want to say today is obviously thanks to everyone involved in getting this to where it's at. I just told Jeff Roderball this evening, every time I come in here, it just gives me the willies, because it's just an incredible building, and with incredible teachers supporting it, and the administration supporting it the way they are. It's just going to touch so many different lives and teach so many different kids so many different things. I didn't have the opportunity, or many opportunities, because I did not come from an ag background, so I was pretty handicapped. I'm 20 years into my career in ag, but before that I did not have an ag background. And so this venue is going to be, not only is it impressive to be on campus, but it's going to be able to teach so many different people about ag in so many different ways, not just corn or soybeans, which is predominantly in in our county, but so many more things in ag. And we give so many different tours in our facility. And the biggest thing I always close out our tours with to every kid that comes through, and we have first graders all the way to seniors coming through. There are so many opportunities in ag that it's mind-blowing to me still today, and I work in it. And most people, I tell the kids, I said, most people think when they think of ag, they think of farmers driving the tractor or overhauls and people getting dirty. Well, that's a big part of it. But there's so many different things, from science to plants to insects to breeding, that a lot of these kids don't have any idea, and this building is going to be able to teach them lots of different opportunities. And the other thing that's really impressive, we got a video coming out, hopefully in just a few days, that will tell a little bit better of a story about how this greenhouse started. For those that don't know, we were close to having a little tiny shoebox here 3.5 years ago, and many of you in the crowd was part of that steering committee about trying to figure out how to get a greenhouse built. And then some of us in the crowd spent the weekend tearing down a little tiny greenhouse that literally was the size of a shoebox compared to this, until we realized what kind of community sport we had. And then myself and my wife Christy, Jeff Rodeball, RJ Logan, and Tom McKinney got together and decided to put a sponsorship committee together and really make a big push towards getting sponsorships to help close the gap to get something like this built. And a lot of people come up to me and say, man, that had to be a lot of work. And I say, yeah, well, it took some time, but it wasn't as hard as you think, because the amount of support the community provided and came forth with was astonishing. So many different people from different walks of life and different ages and different backgrounds were so sharing to give to this effort. And that really makes me proud, not only be born and raised in Tipton, but to understand that the amount of support that's still here to support something like this is huge. And we're just honored to be a small piece and a small part of it. So thanks to everybody that was involved.
Sure. Hi, everybody. If you don't already know me, my name is Chad Huff. I'm the Associate Director at the Tipton County Foundation who supported this project. I won't stand up here and repeat all the wonderful things that our faculty and staff can say so much better than I can, but the foundation is extremely proud, extremely excited to be a part of this project. I see a lot of our board members and committee members in the crowd today, and it's just a wonderful thing that we got to be a part of, so thank you for that. Everyone that was involved with the construction, the fundraising, the management of this project should be extremely proud of how this turned out. It's always fantastic to see the community come together around a project, any project, but it's something special when it elevates our schools and our students. It's really something to see this come together. So everyone should be very proud. Speaking to the students, don't take for granted what this community has come together to give you. This is an amazing educational experience, and we're just so happy to see it happen. So thank you very, very much. We can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you, Dr. Glaze. It's always hard to follow great comments by Aaron and others, but the Friends of Tipton FFA really was established upon the consideration of Stacy Hartley to make the move from Lebanon High School to bring her talents to Tipton and take our agricultural education experience to another level. We promised her that we'd be right there with her and support her in every way that we could. Little do we know that a few years later we'd be raising funds for a greenhouse, but we can always dream, right? Today, dreams become reality. I would be remiss if we didn't talk about, 3 years ago we started with this, but nobody goes out and raises money if you don't have a project that is fully committed and fully believed in, and that came absolutely foundational from Mrs. Hartley and Dr. Glaze, the previous school board, the current school board. Aaron and I looked them straight in the eyes and we told them, if you're not fully committed, we're not going out and raising money. I'm not going to ask somebody for money if a project is not going to get seen through. Through the curves and the different parts that come with the project that was happening on the heels of COVID. Maybe it came out and was a little bit more expensive than what we thought it was going to be, but we raised a whole lot more money than we thought we could too. We're all said and done. We started off with a foundation grant. We were fortunate to go through that process. During that process, we found out truly what kind of a special project we had, how much the community believed in it. And the more we told the story, the more, even amongst the 5 of us that raising funds, looked at each other and thought, hey, we can do this. We can set goals that we didn't really think we could hit, but we did. So the foundation was truly foundational to the project. Any school system, any family, anybody needs a strong foundation. They absolutely provided that for us. Total Seeds stepped up to become a naming rights partner. A $75,000 commitment over 5 years to this beautiful greenhouse. And then we also had legacy partners that stepped forward. Bex, the Campbell Family Foundation, Cargill, Edward Jones, Jason and Kurt Hare, Encompass Credit Union, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Roger and Diane here in the Tipton County Foundation, Pioneer Youth Development Fund. You'll be able to see more significant donors here on the commemorative plaque. We wanted to memorialize and recognize them for future generations so that as folks come to the beautiful Tipton Ford Field next to us, they can also notice everybody that was committed to this project. Going forward, there's always opportunities to raise money, to support the different aspects. We've got 3 very dynamic agricultural education teachers, and anybody that's around agricultural education knows that there's always something that they're wanting to do more of and grow of. And in this building, there's going to be next generation technology. Fortunately, the school system allowed us to kind of save some of those funds. All told, there were 77 donors. We raised $502,260.09. So thank you to everybody that was involved. Thank you, Dr. Glaze, for your leadership, the school board, and these awesome educational teachers here next to us. To think we only had 2 when we started. Now we've got 3, and they're absolutely dynamite. We're so blessed to have them. So thank you, everybody.
Once again, it has been such a huge effort, and thank you to all the people that put forth so much of their time and efforts to make this a reality. I also want to take this opportunity to just recognize just a few people that really kind of got the ball rolling. Again, the initial committee members. I met with this committee when I first got here, I think within the first couple of months of my arrival. And that was Tom McKinney, Aaron Conaway, Jeff Rodeball, Gary Plummer, Kent Boyer, Jim Ankrum, and Matt Smith. And that's when we started talking about dismantling a rather small greenhouse and then trying to erect that here. After having a lot of discussion with a lot of different people, that was going to be an effort that probably would not have been worth it, honestly. Again, those people and their willingness to go out and to make a difference in their community and a difference in our education system, once again, is just amazing, and something that is so specifically Tipton. Once again, I mean, we have such a huge tradition of taking care of our people, and we have such a huge tradition of being generous. And again, this is a prime example of that generosity. I also want to thank our key school personnel, obviously Stacy Hartley, Jessica Nichols, Emily Kilmer, and I also want to thank Dan Denifil and Eric Johnson and from our school corporation, who really just when there were questions that needed to be answered, because I may not know where the gas line is, and specific questions about how this works, how that works. These 2 gentlemen just stepped up and just made things happen, and it allowed us to get to this point. And certainly I really want to thank them, as well as our fabulous ag teachers, for what they do every single day and how they lead our students. I also would like to thank our board members, both past and present. Would like to thank, again, Gary Plummer, April Oberdorf, Jennifer Humrickhouse, Andrea Campbell, Chris McNew, Amber Rodeball, Susan Sloan, Rob Cochran, Jason Springer, and Eric Underwood. Once again, we have an incredibly supportive Board of Education, and they have a vision in mind, and they really want to make this corporation something to look at, and something to be impressed with, and something for this community to, which is already very prideful of its school, to have even more pride. So thank you guys for all of your work and all of your support in this process. I'd also like to thank Keegan Schmicker. He was a former board member, but now the president of the Tipton Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for coming. And also would like to thank Mayor Dozel. I think I seen Mayor Dozel here earlier. I think he's around here someplace. Okay, yeah, thank him for coming and being part of this process and part of this this ceremony today. So I also would like to thank a couple of people in the audience, Kyle Miller and Jen Carroll, who work for Schmidt and Associates. They are the people that designed this, and they went to all kinds of details to make sure that this is the facility that we have today. And I would say with relative confidence that this is likely the best facility in northern Indiana, maybe in Indiana, as far as a school facility. So, and again, we want to thank them for all of their work, and W.R. Duncan, who did the construction side of this project. So once again, a lot of people to thank, and a lot of people that really made this happen. So if we just can have a nice round of applause for all those people that we're talking about. Just an awesome opportunity to celebrate the great things that we can do educationally for our kids here at Tipton. So we are going to do some pictures, and I thought we would do it. We've got a photographer who's going to be taking some pictures, but I thought we would try to do that on this side of the arch, so we can see all of the cool arch and the donors and everything. And we have a gigantic pair of scissors. So it's amazing what you can buy on Amazon. It really is A to Z. And also we have some ribbons. So we would like to first have Total Seed Production, the Community Foundation, and school board officers come up, and we'll take the first picture with ribbon cutting.